Hello everyone and welcome back to Youngblood Homestead. I am Darby. If you are new here, hello, welcome to our channel. My name is Darby, like I said. My husband and I are in the process of creating a homestead and sharing that journey and just things that we're learning in life, what we're doing, business ideas that we have, and everything else. This is something that I have always loved, is creating content, and so having that opportunity to be able to do that is just super fun for me, and so you all get to experience that. But today we do have a little guest, little Miss Chloe. She was at the vet yesterday getting fixed, so she doesn't feel too hot today, so she's just chilling with mom, hanging out, taking a nap away from the big dogs. So that is why she is here. I really don't see her being a problem. It's probably going to be this the entire time. You okay? Hey. Something in your eye? There. All better. So she'll probably just be napping the whole time. But yeah, so today is the first time you're seeing this shirt in a series of, you're probably going to see it several times because I'm pre-recording some stuff like intros, outros, different things like that for different content that I've already pre-filmed or going to be filming other videos, and I'm not going to change 14 times because 1, too hot for that, 2, not creating that much laundry, 3, too pregnant for that. So you're just going to see this shirt a lot. But I did want to get a video out, just kind of going through this last chunk of my pregnancy, what it's been like, just kind of what's been going on, and all of that fun stuff. So let's see here. I think the last update y'all have had was from like 32, 33 weeks pregnant, which wasn't that long ago, but it was that long ago. So, you know, it just all kind of blurs together now. Also, sorry, we're getting a little overexposed. It's a little bright outside. But let's see. We gave a nursery tour. Yeah, it was at like 32 weeks. So since then, we have officially moved. We are in our house. We have been here close to a month, if not just over a month, and it's been great. We love it. We are actually getting a fence finished right now, and stuff like that, so it's just been super busy, super crazy. But that's not what we're here to talk about. We are here to talk about all things pregnancy, what I've been feeling, how I've been doing, my experience with it, etc. So, I'm pretty sure I already said, but now I don't remember. I'm 39 weeks today as of recording this. So, little dude has 7 days until his due date, which is insane and just so hard to believe, but also I'm like, how are you not like already here? Cause like I feel super pregnant, and then there are other times where I'm like, oh, I don't even feel pregnant at all. Like I'm just so comfortable. It just goes back and forth. It's the full spectrum. We hit all the points, okay? So it's been crazy. There have been days where, or moments or minutes or hours or whatever, that I'm just like, get this baby out. Like, I'm sore, I'm tired, like, I already see the comments of, oh, just wait. You think you're tired now. Different kind of tired. Like, my body's tired. Like, it's not like oh, I'm not sleeping well enough. Which, I mean, I'm not sleeping great. But it's not that. It's just like, my ribs genuinely hurt. Like, the tops of them are bruised. He sits super high. I've had really bad sciatica the more he drops. Different things like that is just like so mentally and physically draining. I'm just like, can you be here? Because I'm done. I'm tired of it. And then there are the opposite moments of like, I'm sitting here and I'm like, I don't know when we'll have another, if we'll have another, like whatever that may be. And so like, cherish this and like being so excited to have him growing in my belly and just being here and like he's safe here and just the beauty of what pregnancy is and how God created it and how he just intrinsically designed women's bodies to be able to do this. And it's just amazing. And there are just those moments where I'm just like, stay in, we have things to do, or stay in, like, this is a time I'll never get back with him. Like, he'll never be back in my womb. And that's where he's at, and he's happy, and he's safe, and he's comfy, and maybe not comfy. Neither one of us, I think, are comfy at this point. But there's just those moments, and that's okay to feel both sides. I've heard from a few different people just throughout pregnancy, if they're like influencers or whatever, of like, oh, well, if you didn't struggle, you can't be upset during part of your pregnancy. That is such a lie. Don't let someone take away your ability to have emotions. Just because yours maybe wasn't as hard as someone else, it's still hard. This is one of the hardest things that your body does. Don't let someone negate that from you. Don't let someone else make it seem less than. So with that, just encourage you. It's okay to have emotions where you're like, this sucks. Like, this genuinely just sucks. But also remembering the beauty of it and finding time to be grateful, I do think is important. But that could be a whole different spiel on its own. But overall, we're feeling good. I'm tired. I'm not sleeping super well. I'll have nights that I'm like super comfortable all night, and then other nights where I'm like awake for 2-hour increments, just like not able to sleep and just like in pain. So that's been really fun to figure out. I was like, okay, cool. We're getting training for when he's gonna be here. So, just suck it up, buttercup, and let's go. So it's been weird. Working out has looked a lot different. I probably kind of got a little slack just myself in the gym, and then paying for that. So there are definitely things that I probably could have done for workouts that I can't do now because I did take such a lull in what I was doing, intensity wise and stuff in the gym. And so I know part of that was needed, of there are moments that I just need to do more of active recovery or just complete rest days. However, some of it I was just being lazy and was it's not going to be that big of a deal. Yeah, we're seeing that now when I'm having some of the pain or I can't do some of the things that I already was able to do during this pregnancy. So, and I know some of it's just going to change with time and how he's sitting and how comfortable I am and energy wise and stuff like that, but just kind of aggravating that I let myself slip back in some areas when I know that it was genuinely out of laziness and not out of, oh, I need to recover, or oh, I need to do A, B, C, D, E, F, G, but genuinely just because I was like, yeah, I just don't feel like it, or I don't feel like pushing myself that hard, or whatever. And so kind of just beat myself up a little bit on that, but also trying to give myself grace and still allowing myself, when I do go in for the hard workouts, if they are starting to get too hard, to dial it back and be like, okay, no, like, you have to listen. Like, you have to listen to your body and just be on top of it. So it's definitely been weird, just finding that middle ground of what's my flesh telling me, oh, just don't do it. It's just easier not to do it. And what's my mind telling me, hey, because you have an entire human growing inside of your body, we need to dial it back. And so finding those cues and just kind of trying to figure that out as we go. So it's definitely been weird, but it's okay. We started working out at home now, and that's made it a little bit more challenging, but also easier. And it's just kind of one of those, I could always just go back and forth on a blame game of you could have, you should have, you didn't, or you did, like whatever. Like, if you want to find something negative, you can always find something negative. So we're not going to do that. But other than that, working out's been good. I've been having swelling, which is common, especially being 39 weeks pregnant, but there is history in my family of like eclampsia, preeclampsia, stuff like that, and so swelling kind of came with anxiety for me. And so it took a few conversations with my doctor of just being like, hey, this doesn't look right. He's like, you're fine. Like, there is nothing showing up that would even make us think that you're even borderline preeclamptic or eclamptic. Like, you're good. So trying to trust that and just being like, okay, God, like, trusting that it's just not going to be part of my story. And so we'll see. But like today, my ankles look great and I don't look like I have any swelling in my feet or my legs. And so it's just bizarre and kind of always weird. Just trying to keep up with those things and see what's happening and tracking it and all that. So it's definitely weird, but we're almost done. So it's crazy to think that he should be here at maximum 3 weeks. But as soon as this afternoon I was recording this, like I could spontaneously go into labor any point now. So it's just crazy seeing all the changes that are happening, and overall, like, still no really like cravings. Randomly will like really want ice cream. I feel like ice cream and chocolate milk, maybe like, and just like sweets in general, but like ice cream and chocolate milk have been like my I want this type of thing. So just other than that, like nothing. There haven't been like weird cravings or anything like that. Of course, we have the Braxton Hicks going on. They're not super common or frequent, so I get into my own head of like well, it's because he's not progressing enough. He's not doing this. We're not doing this enough. We can't, blah, 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 blah. And my brain can very, very, very quickly go on the toxic side of things of, it's not going to happen. You're not going to get the labor you want. You're not going to get the delivery you want. You're not. When in reality, it's no one knows. Everyone's pregnancy progresses differently, and that's okay. And so it has very much so been a mind game going back and forth between me being like, oh, well, I'm not having this progression or this progression, and other people say that I should be, so that means that something's wrong. And it's like, no, just everyone's different. Babies are different, your body's different, each pregnancy will probably be different. And so just finding time to just kind of sit and be like, okay, it is not happening right now because it's not supposed to be happening right now for me. And I'm not going to say that's easy because it's not. It sucks. It freaking exhausting playing that mind game of, but what if? And that's just the enemy, and we rebuke it, and we are trying to reframe and just reaffirm ourselves and take the time to take those thoughts captive and put them away. And that's a multiple times a day thing. It's not like I took the thoughts captive and we're good. No, it is a all day thing. It's hard. It's very hard. But we're trusting God and that His timing for when He arrives is going to be just perfect. So, hormones are all over the place. I randomly cry, randomly get really angry. My anxiety is very touchy. So things like that make me wonder, like, okay, is it getting like really close? Because like I'm feeling a bit psycho. And so, yeah, it's just been crazy. The further along I get, I feel like the quicker those switches kind of happen. And so part of me is like, oh, is that just my hormones? And how much of that is the enemy trying to attack something that God has created such a peaceful and safe space for, and has told me time and time again that like I am capable, I am going, like I am able. Like it may not look exactly how I want it to, but like He cares so much more for this baby than I ever will be able to. And Satan just wants to screw with all that. And so it's been weird. I don't know. But we are very much so looking forward to meeting him. And honestly, I don't really know much else that's been happening. We've just been super busy. We have his nursery set up and all that fun stuff. And just trying to stay busy, trying to keep myself preoccupied while resting. Because if I don't, it can get really dark really fast of just battling with the what ifs, and that's not healthy, and we're just trying to stay away from it. So that's kind of where we're at. I can't wait to meet this little dude, and there's the parts of me that are like, oh, just like go into labor, and then the other parts of me that are like, labor. So we'll see how it goes, and when it's time to share that story, then we will. But until then, this is probably the last pregnancy update. So with that being said, I hope you learned something from mine. I hope maybe my story resonates with someone else, and can help someone else, or creates a space for someone else to feel accepted or understood or validated, because I know that that's not always provided in everyone's community. And I will say I'm very thankful for the community that we have and the people that have rallied around us this pregnancy. Our families are great, and like no one makes me feel bad for being like, I want this baby out of me. And no one makes me feel bad for being like, can we just hold on to him just a little bit longer? So just, I pray that that community can be made for others, or that this creates a conversation for others so that they can have that community. That was the cutest little sigh. But yeah, so that's it. That's where we're at. Waiting on a little dude and hoping that he'll be here soon. But just trusting that God has the perfect birth date for him, and it'll happen when it's supposed to happen. So yeah, I think that is it for this week, and we will talk to you all later. I'm going to probably start filming another video literally right after this. So yeah, I hope you all have a great week, and we will talk to you all later. Bye guys.